Hello, dear fiends of the den. I am back. I'm talking Paris Fashion Week, but really more the entire Meghan Markle Balenciaga debacle. It's all over us if you follow your favorite royal commentators like Kinsey Schofield or Neil Sean or Lady C. They've got plenty to say. So here's what I have to say about Meghan Markle's outfits and behavior. Let's dive in. So let's talk fashion as I sit here in my super cozy matching gray heather sweatsuit. And I will say, one of my favorite outfits Meghan Markle has ever worn was the black sweatsuit on the Jamie Kern Lima podcast. That I thought she looked the best. I know. The worst, this outfit right here. This Balenciaga nightmare where the white shawl is a crisp, pure white, whereas I don't even know what this is. I mean, the pants fit this time and it's not wrinkled. The pants are not dragging on the floor, but the whites are two different colors. The white suit she's wearing is more of a cream. Why would you not have an exact matching shawl? Just negate the shawl. I think she was looking for some sort of a royal look, Princess Kate, Princess Catherine kind of look, but it completely missed the mark. Not to mention the black shoes and bag. No, if you're going to do a pure white look, pure white. If you really want to mix it up, maybe a red, maybe a blue, a yellow, something like that. But the black with the white to me just says I had no other shoes. Yeah. And not for nothing, but to associate yourself only with Balenciaga during Fashion Week, when just a few years ago there was that whole saga with the child exploitation, to the point where even Kim Kardashian spoke out against them and said that things like this can't happen again. But she shows up in Balenciaga. She has that very awkward moment with the designer, her supposed friend. She said it was great to be back at Fashion Week after 10 years, but 10 years ago, nobody knew who the hell she was. So maybe she made it to some Toronto runway show, but she was never in Paris before. And this whole outfit, this is from Quora Digest. Meghan even used fashion as a weapon of hate. And I just can't say enough bad things about this outfit. Now, the other thing that gets me is that she did associate herself with Balenciaga, and she was named as a witness who would have been truthful in Virginia Giuffre's lawsuit. Rest in peace, and her family's still fighting for the release of the Epstein list. And Meghan Markle is on these yachts. I'm going to show you these pictures again. So we clearly see in this photo here this very pale-bodied man is Prince Andrew, and the woman standing next to him looks remarkably like Meghan Markle. Now, you can tell that this is not a photoshopped photo, because if you look to the outside of Meghan's hair, if that's Meghan, you will see the reflection of the window, like the flash going off in the window, saying that someone took this picture from maybe inside the bridge of the yacht of her with Prince Andrew. And I do remember hearing that she said she never knew who Prince Andrew was and thought he was some sort of a servant. Like, please come on. We've all grown up seeing the royal family. Methinks thou doth protest too much. Then we come to this picture of a gentleman in some light colored shorts and a dark colored polo shirt with some very familiar looking, lush white hair, being kissed by a woman who has a bun that looks surprisingly like Meghan Markle's. And this hair resembles that of, as they like to say, disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. You let me know what you think. Although her head is turned to the side, you can see the bun in this photo, and you can see the bun in the white nightmare outfit. Now, the black dress that she's wearing in this photo resembles one that Princess Diana wore. So she was very into emulating Princess Diana, and it did not work. I mean, the fact that everyone called her walk Zoolander, it absolutely was. It is the funniest thing ever. That's really who she emulated, was Derek Zoolander. And here's the front of the black dress, and some of the paps in Paris caught her holding hands, but Harry wasn't with her. Her friend Marcus Anderson was. So she walked out of an event holding hands as a married woman to royalty. She wants to call herself the Duchess of Sussex, holding the hand of a man who is not her husband. Right before her psychotic Instagram stories, where she posted herself outside the tunnel where Princess Diana tragically lost her life. So after the Paris display, according to their favorite mouthpiece, People magazine, it says, I can't even believe the headline. Are you reading this with me? Meghan Markle and Prince Harry step out for a rare red carpet appearance in New York City. They are not going out rarely. They come out all the time. They're all we see. It's ridiculous. So now that's the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are out to accept the Humanitarians of the Year award from Project Healthy Minds. Well, she just messed with her entire husband's family's mental health and every relative of Princess Diana by doing that. So, how is she a humanitarian of the year? I want to know how much this award cost. So, they stepped out, blah, blah, blah. And you know, when they step out in New York, because they faked that car crash, car chase, whatever it was that they faked in New York City. I lived and worked in the city, went to school in the city for a majority of my life. It's called gridlock traffic, where you're just backed up for miles and cars can't move. And if you're going the high speed of 8 miles an hour because you catch a wave of green lights going from uptown to downtown or downtown to uptown, that is the only way you're driving fast in the city. Anything east to west, you are stuck in traffic. So they would accept this humanitarian of the year, this nonprofit gala. Somebody please tell me if you know that they paid for this award. Please tell me how much, because we just saw her in Paris. We just saw him out doing his thing, Ukraine, whatever. I'm looking for comments. I have to read you some of these comments. They're absolutely hysterical. So there are 80 comments. I'm not going to pick them all, but someone named whatever says, looking at the comments, it's not going so well, Megsy. Someone named Loves All Animals says, Paris, now New York. How aren't they gutted about being away from their children again? Me gains fake. Lovingly looks seem to be greatly ignored by Harry. It's true, Harry looked pissed, like he was checked out. Let's see. Let's see. More accurate headline. Meghan Markle, Marcus Anderson, and Prince Harry step out. Also, Harry didn't look at her at all, despite multiple attempts Meghan made to have a moment of lovingly looking at each other. Every time it was one-sided from Meghan only. Another comment is, LOL, rare appearance. They are constantly putting themselves on stage for attention on a daily basis. I wouldn't call the book they wrote or their whining and complaining tours humanitarian, nor would I say Harry's bragging about his military experience humanitarianism. It's just a fashion show for them, pretending to be on fake royal tours. And then another comment is, you see them accepting awards as often as you see them doing charity work. Have they done any work that's not a paid appearance or photo ops? Absolutely true. but they have created some crazy. I'm going to leave you with this. And if you want more, I have a ton of dirt. I need you guys to tell me exactly what you want to hear about what I have found out about Meghan Markle, because I am telling you, I have so much. I have done so much digging. I don't know why. She's just got a dark energy that I am drawn to finding out more about. But check out what they have done. If any of you follow Megan's Mole on YouTube, she is also on Quora Digest, and she has some information, that they created the Sussex Squad, correct? So this woman that you see pictured is Peace Adatoro, and she's a Sussex Squad member. Now, they're always talking about security, security. They always need to be surrounded by the best. But Peace Adatoro says, quote, "For the record, I have always been invited into Prince Harry and Princess Meghan's space." So it says, goes on to say, and this is written by Megan's Mole UK, but I'm sure the Daily Fail already know that they thought they would try and be clever and claim that it was Prince Harry's team that threw me under the bus. I have been on social media long enough, and it's the same deranged people who are spreading those rumors for clickbait. The Daily Fail thought that by claiming there's an injustice against me, I would turn on Prince Harry. Not in this lifetime. If a stalker or a fan makes Prince Harry or Princess Meghan unsafe, then something needs to be done about it. For the record, I have always been invited into Prince Harry and Princess Meghan's space. I would never make them unsafe. So they have a stalker, according to Megan's Mole. You guys let me know what you think, because when you start these cults, they can get out of control and they turn on you. So if you want to know more about Meghan Markle's secrets, let me know. I have so much. Her dark energy just draws me in here at the Dark Entertainment Network. Thank you for joining me in the den. Don't forget, because I bring you the truth, the den has been demonetized, and it's a signal from the shadows. So if you'd like to support the Dark Entertainment and Rose Noir's investigations, you can do so by tipping the detective. The paypal.me link is in the bio. Again, thank you so much for joining me in the den. If you've got something to say, send me an email at welcometothedenpodcast@gmail.com.